Hello, everyone. Hi, all the participants out here. I can see so many doctors and so many medicos who have joined our webinar. First of all, huge round of applause and great thumbs ups for all of you all. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hello, everyone.
So, everyone, I can see Dr. Ketki, Dr. Shravanti, Dr. Prathamesh. Can you guys give me quick thumbs ups, everyone? I hope we are audible to you. You can listen and you can see us. Thank you. And also the people for whom I haven't called out the names for. A very good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you all. I am Dr. Sonal, and on behalf of the entire Academically Global team, I am truly delighted to welcome all our MBBS graduates, the final year students, or the people from the healthcare background to today's upskilling webinar. So, guys, first of all, a big congratulations to each one of you for choosing medicine, for choosing healthcare career, and more importantly, for choosing to invest in your future beyond your degree. That decision, guys, itself already sets you apart from the other people. So before we begin with today's webinar, because your mics are off, so you won't be able to speak, we'll just keep it interactive, engaging, and very lively. So just be ready for using the reactions. All right. So let's just warm up. Let's start with a quick check-in. I already asked you whether you can hear me or not, and I got quick and good thumbs ups from everybody. So it really boosted up my enthusiasm as well. Guys, give me a quick thumbs up if you're attending an Academically Global webinar for the first time. How many of you are attending this webinar from Academically Global for the first time? Very good. There are so many people. So welcome to our webinar. You're attending it for the first time. And lovely. And for those who have attended our sessions before, welcome back. We are so happy to have you again. Okay, let me get to know you a little better again because the students are still joining, the people are still joining. We'll start within 5 minutes. So everybody, how many of you are still a student, MBBS student or any healthcare student, and you haven't graduated yet? And how many of you are who have already graduated and you're exploring career options? You can give us a quick thumbs up. Great. So actually, this tells us that we have a wonderful mix of future doctors. We have a wonderful mix of doctors and various healthcare professionals and young professionals here today. So guys, today's medical world is changing rapidly, right? Whether you're having an MBBS degree or a BDS degree or any other healthcare professional, what truly defines is your career direction. And that's where our upskilling courses or the webinar what we are having, it's just an awareness sort of webinar to actually let you know what opportunities you have after you're finished off with your degree. Because if you're a foreign medical graduate, FMG, NEET PG, these things are something which we have been told since our college days, right? So once and for all, when we reached our first year, second year, third year, we was looking at our seniors who were actually preparing for NEET PG. And if you're a foreign medical graduate, the first and the foremost thing what we do is prepare for FMG. सबसे पहले हम वही करते हैं क्योंकि हमारे जहन में वो बात बैठी होती है. इसके अलावा और कोई मेडिकल अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं कि नहीं है वो उसका हमें पता ही नहीं होता. So this particular webinar is only about awareness so that you guys know what could be your long-term professional satisfaction. This webinar is basically designed to give you a bit of clarity, a bit of awareness, and a proper direction where you should go for your clinical specialization or what opportunities you have globally if you want to travel abroad and you work abroad, or what are the non-clinical aspects for you. So we will be having a proper panel discussion. We have the guest speakers who are industry experts. We have Akram sir with us, right? And we have our entire team who will be taking up one-on-one session as well. So we have a small PPT, a small presentation to tell before you what we are going to, discuss in today's webinar. And post that, we'll be having a Q&A session. So after the presentation, I'll be calling out your names, everyone. One by one, you can raise your hands and you can ask your question and our experts will be there to answer this. So in short, in today's session, you will understand what is the current and emerging career pathway after MBBS or any other healthcare profession. You will actually learn about the skills and certifications, what certification courses are there, which actually matter for your career, and also the global and the, the non-traditional roles. NEET PG, FMG, these are the traditional roles which we doctors know, right? And the most important part, most importantly, avoiding the common mistakes which other doctors and other healthcare professionals do while choosing their next step, right? So if you are genuinely excited to explore the new career possibilities about after your career, after your degree, please, please, please drop a reaction, either thumbs up or hearts. And with an amazing energy, we will start with officially our today's session. So everyone, thank you so much. Sit back, please stay attentive and make the most of the next hour. Welcome again to Academically Global and welcome to the future of your medical career. All right, so I will just share my screen, everybody, and you let me know if my screen is visible to you or not. Thank you so much, Bhavya, Ashish, Vivek. So it's a very short and crisp presentation. Just try to understand what we are trying to actually deliver to you, and you may ask questions post that. All right, I hope my screen is visible. Yes, thank you. Yes. So let's get started with our webinar. So, doctors, all the healthcare professionals, we have a high paying, non clinical roles, expert led panel discussion. In today's webinar, as I already told you, we'll be discussing about what are the basic problems which wherein we healthcare professionals are stuck at. You know, how did we come to know about these high paying non clinical roles? And the most important question, why are we all people sitting over here, right? So that is what is the main agenda. Before that, it's just introducing our team to you. So we are a world first healthcare edtech guys, and academically was created with a mission to help all the healthcare professionals. So you can see our stats. We have so much of digital presence. Countries, so many countries, students are enrolled with us, having institutional partners of 200 plus and 10,000 plus students around the world. So the basic need was that no placement opportunity is there for healthcare professionals. Nobody is there to guide us. And that was the pivot point. That was the need of the hour to actually establish academically. And you would be happy to know that most of our team members are all healthcare professionals who have undergone the similar problem which you, me, or other people are facing. So we are actually bridging the gap between the degree and the real world success through creating awareness, through helping people for industry aligned upskilling and international licensing exam pathway, and making you future ready for your career. Now, the most important question which comes up is after your clinical degree, whether it's MBBS or any other healthcare professional, is the clinical practice only the only path? Suppose you have done your MBBS from foreign and you're not able to pass the FMG exam. So, are you a person who is not having any degree or who is not having any qualification to practice in India because you're not able to practice in the clinical way? यू हैव इन्वेस्टेड years in मेडिकल एजुकेशन. और एक जो कॉमन चीज हम सुनते हैं सबसे ज्यादा कि सेटल हो जाओ, वो सेटल होना हमें पता ही नहीं होता एज डॉक्टर्स होता क्या है, right? We don't know what is called being settled because you are in 10th standard, you give your 100% for NEET UG, you clear your NEET UG, you go to your MBBS college, again you're giving your 100%, clinical postings हो रही हैं, पढ़ाई कर रहे हो आप, बट आपको पता नहीं है कि जॉब कहाँ लगने वाली है. So you have invested not only money but energy and your health in years of medical education, right? Hard work, long hours, night shift करके भी हम stuck हैं because we are having low paying, slow growth clinical roles. So here arises the question, are there better or smarter alternatives if you don't go for that? And that's the reason our founder, Dr. Akram, found the way that how can we actually bridge this gap. Introducing our founder to you, Dr. Akram Ahmed. So, sir is the PhD from Faculty of Medicine and Health, University of Sydney. He has got 14 years and more than years of experience in teaching, and he is right here in front of you. And he was the one who brought us the idea. So, hello, sir. Akram sir, you're there? So basically, we wanted to share the story and we wanted to share why Sir has actually taken up the courses and
Mhm.
why were we, keen into building something. Yes, sir.
Hello, hi, Don.
Hello, sir. Sir, like just a small question. Why was the need to have this upskilling courses? हमें क्यों इसके बारे में जानना चाहिए हम डॉक्टर्स को और ऐसी जरूरत क्या पड़ी कि आपको ऐसा लगा कि हमें अवेयरनेस बढ़ानी चाहिए इसको लेके?
Yeah, thank you so much. So, doctors know there's a lot of only the traditional jobs, right, in the hospital, and they are not maybe aware regarding this. Lot of jobs are available, especially last 5, 10 years. So one day I was, uh, talking to one of my friends. She did basically MBBS, MPH in Australia, and she got a job as a MSL in Australia. And her salary is about very, very high. I mean, like her salary is 2x as compared to a pharmacy lecturer in Australia. We thought, yeah, ये कौन सा job आ गया? MSL क्या job है? What she is doing. Then I did little bit more research and know that yeah, ये तो बहुत ही अच्छा job है and people don't know about these kind of jobs. Another my friend she was doing PhD with me and she also placed in the medical affairs department. तो वैसे फिर मैंने देखा यार बहुत सारे roles आ रहे हैं market के अंदर and lot of medical doctors they are just in the race in case like in the FMGE कर लेते हैं FMGE या फिर जो है नीट पीजी उसके बाद भी वहां पर जो है ना फिर क्लिनिकल में फिर डीएम कर लेते हैं उनको पता नहीं है कि बैचलर डिग्री के बाद भी दे कैन गेट द गुड जॉब वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस नहीं है तो ऐसी बहुत सारी कंपनियां का डॉक्टर की साइड है तो आई थॉट दिस इज द प्लेटफॉर्म वी कैन हेल्प मेडिकल डॉक्टर्स टू get into the non-clinical roles and these are the roles we can be like work life balance जो हमेशा हम बात करते हैं वो ये सारी जॉब्स में नहीं मिल पाते बिकॉज इफ यू हैव योर ओन हॉस्पिटल और ओन नर्सिंग होम तो यू नीड टू वर्क 18 आवर्स ए डे और पेशेंट कभी भी आता है इवन नाइट में भी आ सकता है तो आपको अपना पर्सनल टाइम नहीं है आप यू कैन नॉट मीट मेरा एक बेस्ट फ्रेंड है प्रशांत महेश्वरी ही माइट बी लिसनिंग हियर सो ही डिड एमबीबीएस और एमडी इन डेंटल मेडिसिन फ्रॉम कानपुर मेडिकल कॉलेज एंड उसके पास में टाइम ही नहीं है आई मीन आई एम हियर लास्ट 1.5 साल से मैं देहरादून में हूँ उसको बुला रहा हूँ यहाँ पे एक बार 2 दिन को आ जाओ वो बोलता है यार मैं हॉस्पिटल मेरे को बंद करना पड़ेगा मगर मैं आता हूँ तो मैं नहीं आऊंगा पेशेंट ही नहीं आएंगे तो वो कहीं जाता ही नहीं है इवन किसी की शादी भी होती है 1-2 घंटे को जाएगा इमिडिएटली वो आ जाएगा बिकॉज उसका हॉस्पिटल है किसी का कॉल आ जाएगा उसके पास में तो डॉक्टर के पास ना दे माइट अर्निंग गुड है द सैलरी बट उनको अपना पर्सनल टाइम ही नहीं है ना राइट तो दिस काइंड ऑफ रोल में you need to work 5 days and you will get a lot of time to yourself and India maybe and of certain years if you have experience you also can try in abroad तो
Yes.
ये एक मेन मोटिवेशन था कि हाई पेइंग जॉब्स में अवेलेबल है नॉन क्लिनिकल रोल्स के लिए बट डॉक्टर्स को पता ही नहीं है जो ट्रेडिशनल रोल्स है वो वही उसके पीछे भाग रहे हैं अभी तक
राइट सर और सर आप ये भी हमें बता रहे थे कि एक मेनी डॉक्टर्स हैव कॉल्ड यू एक्चुअली एंड रीच्ड आउट टू यू कि वो एक्चुअली थक गए हैं अब इस चीज को करते करते और वो सब जो अच्छे से सेटल्ड है मेडिकल फील्ड में वो भी शिफ्ट होना चाह रहे हैं इन
यस
चीजों में
इवन बहुत सारे टाइम पे हमारे पास में इंक्वायरी आती है दे हैव मे बी 20 years 30 years क्लिनिकल एक्सपीरियंस नाउ दे वांट टू डू समथिंग कि यार नॉन क्लिनिकल में मिल जाए और वर्क फ्रॉम होम कोई रोल अवेलेबल है क्या राइट जैसे बहुत
यस
सारी फीमेल्स होती हैं आफ्टर मैरिज दे वांट कि भाई जॉब मिल जाए वर्क फ्रॉम होम में अब पता ही नहीं है लोगों को देखो इफ यू आर इन क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस नाइट ड्यूटी भी वहां पे होता है और समटाइम्स लॉन्ग आवर्स काम करना पड़ता है बट वर्क फ्रॉम होम में ये फॉर एग्जाम्पल डेस्क सेफ्टी फिजिशियन यू कैन वर्क फ्रॉम होम बहुत ज्यादा लिबर्टी है तो ऐसे बहुत सारे इंक्वायरीज आती रहती है हमारे सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर तो ये भी एक बिगेस्ट इवन सम बिफोर वी लॉन्च मैंने बहुत टाइम से इवन कई टाइम से सर्वे भी किया था एक क्वेश्चन डाले थे तो 1,000 2,000 वहां पर रिप्लाईज आ रहे थे एंड एवरीवन वांट बेसिकली टू गो टू नॉट टेक्निकल रोल्स नाउडेज
Right, sir. Right, sir. So thank you so much, sir, for your insights. We will take up the questions
या
and we will need your help उस time पे when the students, sir will be available to you on a one-on-one way once we
Yeah,
finish up
guys,
the.
we are here to basically this is a very short presentation. And उसके बाद में सिर्फ one on one only है with me and my team. सोनल तो है यहाँ पर and we have two more doctors. They actually did MBBS, MD from India. Now they are working in non-clinical. So whatever you have questions, your doubts, so you can clarify. Okay. So we are here. So we'll give you the chance at the end. Whatever you have, the questions you can ask.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And yes, guys, so you can ask your question as sir told. I'll quickly just go through the presentation in front of you all. So meet our faculties, Dr. Bala Subramaniam. He's MBBS MD Pharmacology, having more than 5+ years of industry experience as a non-clinical doctor. Dr. Skandishri is there with us. She's MBBS MD Pharmacology, 5+ years of industry experience. And Dr. Nishtha Khatri, Dr. Nishtha has 7+ years of industry experience. She's again MBBS MD Pharmacology. So, hi, Dr. Skandishri.
Yeah, good evening, team. Thank you for the introduction. I'm so glad to be a part of Academically, and very recently I just joined the team, and I'm so looking forward to delivering lectures and being a part of this community. I hope we have a very like interactive sessions ahead of us.
Yes.
And I know Dr. Nishta Khatri both as a colleague and as a acquaintance, and that's how I
Yeah, Dr. Khatri
came
is with
into the
us
team
from
here.
long time, and she's one of the past lecturer at Academically portal. बहुत सारे
Yes.
बच्चों का जो है उनका 5 स्टार रिव्यू जो डॉक्टर निष्ठा का ही आता रहता है ना. तो and as a Dr. Sri ka jo profile hai, she's working from home basically. A lot of
Mhm.
doctors want to work from home, after medical degree, right? So you can ask whatever you have questions with Dr. Sri.
Yes. So you can ask from Dr. Skandishri, you can ask from Dr. Nishtha. So Dr. Skandishri, just a small question. If you can just tell us, what was the need of you? Like, because everyone has their own story. Why
Yeah.
did you choose the non-clinical background and how is it helping you?
Yeah, thank you for the question, first of all. To be honest, I always had an interest towards the subject pharmacology back when I was doing my MBBS in the
Mhm.
second year.
Mhm.
Drugs interested me a lot because first thing was the interest, and I could remember, uh, you know, uh, the I would say the subject really well, thankfully. And research is something that is evergreen. It doesn't stop.
Mhm.
And I believe I am also a person having a basic trait of curiosity. So, and also, I think people who choose research somewhere have this trait of curiosity. It's just not with me. There's a lot of ongoing intellectual learning that is happening, and you just don't stay stuck. You have to, like, expand your knowledge time and again because it's evergreen, be
Mhm.
it the job opportunities, be it the learning. So that is what pulled me into the research non-clinical field, and I'm more than glad and happy that being despite not practicing, I am able to like make contribution in a meaningful way by taking on the clinical research projects. And yeah, it I would say anyone who wants to make a career in research, please go ahead, and I'm very sure you will have a very good experience, and it's very enriching to be in touch with continued learning.
Right. Thank you so much for the nice insight. Dr. Skandishri, will come back to you when we start with the
Sure.
Q&A session, and we
Thank you
would
so
be happy
much.
to hear your answers for the queries which come up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Skandishri. Moving on to Dr. Nishtha. Hi, Dr. Nishtha. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Sonal. I'm doing very well. How are you?
All good. So,
Hi,
Dr.
Dr. Nishta.
Hi, Dr. Akram. Nice to see you again.
Yeah,
Hello. Hi,
nice.
Dr. Skandashri. Yes.
Okay, Dr. Nishtha,
Hi,
just
Dr.
wanted
Krishna.
to ask you one question that you have been in this field and you have been working as a non-clinical doctor since many years, and you know about MSL, you have been an industry expert. What actually helped you to build up a career on the non-clinical field? Because you're a pharmacology MBBS MD, and what are the perks if you talk about the industry advantages, and what are the, benefits which you get if you go for the non-clinical role? Also, please add in about your story. Why did you drift to this particular field?
Yeah, sure. So the journey is a bit similar, although not same, as Dr. Skandashri. When I finished my MBBS, I did my MBBS from the prestigious Grant Medical College in Mumbai, 2011 to 2017, as we expected to be a 5.5 year course, including the internship. So during my internship, a lot of my batchmates were planning for clinical branches like medicine, surgery. Some wanted to do USMLE, some wanted to do AMC. Everybody had certain things in mind. But what I realized is people are just aware about the clinical branches. Branches like pharmacology, pathology, micro, they also have good amount of scope, be it academics or be it the industry. Now, the benefit with pharmacology as a branch is it opens two avenues. Number one is the academic positions in colleges, medical colleges. And the second is industry options. Both the options are open. Otherwise, when we look at the other non-clinical branches, it's purely academic. This opens a lot of avenues and there is a lot of variety. In pharma industry, we have medical affairs, we have drug safety, pharmacovigilance, we have medical writing, medical research, medical monitoring. There's a lot of variety and options to choose from. Plus, financially also, it's a very sound career, I would say, especially for somebody like me, because I don't have anybody in my first generation who's a doctor. So I don't have a ready practice. Okay, there's a clinic or a hospital, I can go and set my practice. So for me, I thought this is going to be the best option. And I wanted to be unique and stand out, honestly. So in my batch, I was one of the few who took up a paraclinical branch like pharmacology. Having said that, we are a clinician. We are clinicians by ourselves. As an MBBS, we're authorized to practice. So that stays with us.
Yeah.
Just because it's a paraclinical branch doesn't mean we can't practice. We can practice, and at the same time, we open so many other parallel avenues of work and of professional expertise. So that's the goal, all in all.
You're right. That's really true, Dr. Nishtha, because we can't imagine how many drugs classifications and how many mode of actions and so many things you've read and then come after your pharmacology MD and then moving on to the non-clinical part. Well, I hope that helps a lot. And you have been an immense reader, and we will actually, ask you and trouble you more when we have the Q&A session.
Sure. Yes, definitely.
All right. So these were our guest stories, Dr. Skandashri and Dr. Nishtha, Dr. Akram, and our team is right here to help you. We'll first finish up with the presentation, everybody. And one by one, we'll tell you a gateway to non-clinical roles. We have medical affairs, medical science liaison, patient safety, physicians. That's also called medical monitor, medical reviewer. So you know what happens? The thing is same, but the job roles or the names could be different. Right? You would have seen clinical drug development. Then there's health economics and outcomes research, also called as HEOR, medical writer, medical marketing, and healthcare data analytics. We'll talk about all of these in today's webinar. Right? First talking about MSL, which is medical affairs, right? Job assistance program. How do you transform your clinical expertise into an industry leadership? What happens if you meet the medical affairs professional, you build trusted relationship with key opinion leaders, right? If you're going to a webinar, you're going to a conference, right? You get to build connect as well. And you actually, so basically there are many research papers being published. There are so many new advancements coming up. People or the medical professionals do not have time to read about all that. And there comes your role. You turn the complex clinical data into clear insights to improve the patient care. And the MSL role actually makes advanced drug research easy to understand for all the key opinion leaders and the medical expert. So you are doing what? You are actually shaping the medical strategy and helping in the product development. For example, just give a small example. Ciprofloxacin, guys, was effective for typhoid. But new multi-center studies had shown that rising resistance and there was a high failure rate for ciprofloxacin. And they actually told us that ceftriaxone IV, or if you talk about simple azithromycin oral, that leads to a better cure rates and fewer complications. So based on this data, based on the updated guidelines, you as an MSL will recommend shifting to the new regimes.
Dr. Sonal, I just have, I think Dr. Bala also with us here.
Okay, sir.
Dr. Bala, are you there?
Yes, Dr. Akram, I'm here.
Hi. Yes, so Rachel, you also can introduce, please, Dr. Bala.
Yes, sir. Sure,
If,
sir.
if you
So
can
hi, Dr.
respect me,
Bala.
yeah.
Yeah. Hello. Hi.
Hello. So yes, guys, Dr. Bala Subramaniam, I already told you he's an MBBS MD having more than 5+ year clinical experience. So we are so happy to have you over here. And there's a small question for you as well. How did you shift and what's your story behind moving from the clinical roles to the non-clinical part?
Sure. So this is actually an interesting story. So when I was doing my internship, I think there was inspection in the college, and there were some doctors who were joining just for inspection, some MBBS doctors. So I made a friendship with one of those doctors who was preparing for his NEET PG. Then post his NEET PG, I think he did his MD pharmacology from Sri Ramchandra Medical College. So he was in touch with me. So then after his MD also I was in touch with him. So then I came to know there are so many other avenues other than the clinical practice. I thought why he's taking MD pharmacology, but then I came to know there were a lot of options like PV, then medical affairs or clinical monitor, clinical trials, BAB studies, and all those things. Then he joined as a drug safety physician. Then I came to know the job was also like paying him so well, and also it was stress free, so he could maintain his work life balance so easily. So that was the motivating factor for him, because previous to that I had no idea what to do. So I was thinking, I was having various options, but I was not clear where to go. Maybe after that, I think I got a clear idea. So this was the one which would be okay for me, because to maintain my kind of lifestyle or the balance, work life balance, and the interesting part also, like we don't miss that joy of not seeing the patient, because we somehow indirectly touch the patient's life, because bringing a drug into the market is the most important part here. So we directly touch or indirectly touch so many lives by bringing the most what to say, the important drugs into the country. So that was my reason, and also my way how I got into this field. So it's been more than 5 years now. Again, I'm still in the industry, and it's so nice. I'm loving this job. I think I'll be continuing this. So that's how I got into this, and this is my short story.
Great, sir. A very good story by Dr. Bala Subramaniam. And sir, one line if you were to just want to say to the MBBS students or the MBBS degree holders or the healthcare professionals, why non-clinical jobs?
Yes. So see, even in my story, so I was first of all in the first place not interested in becoming a doctor. So I wanted to be like IT guy or something kind of that kind of. But then the family, because my sister, my elder sister, brother, all were doctors, and then they pushed me here. So after that, I was also like, okay, I just completed. I liked it, so somehow I like it. But still, I thought some different kind of roles. So apart from this, so that's how I when I came to know about this. And this was also fascinating me. So even what we learned, we are going to apply that. So it is not going to be waste. And also, but like the non-clinical, or instead of directly seeing the patient, which was also stressful, doing night shifts and continuous 24 hours, 36 hours duty. So I didn't want all those hassle. So I just wanted to have somewhat cool kind of life, but then use my study, use my knowledge. So since I have spent 6 years in MBBS and 3 years in my MD. So I want to apply all this. So that is why I chose this path. So my medical knowledge is also intact, and also, but then I'm also doing the job which I like, apart from just being a clinician or doing all those hassle, night shifts and those things. So that's the reason. Simple.
Right. Good. And I'm sure, sir, if I talk about, I just ask a quick poll. How many of you out here who really didn't want to go for this medicine field and you have been pushed up or because of peer pressure? Because there are many people, and I'm sure they would be doing that. But don't worry, we have a lot in your box, and we will be helping you out how to, go by if you want to shift to the corporate jobs and not move on to the clinical jobs. Thank you so much,
So
Dr.
I
Bala.
think good thing is here, there are three different experts. Dr. Bala is working as a MSL, okay, and Dr. Nishta is in medical affairs. Dr. Sundarshri basically in clinical trials and PV and deputy physician का उनका experience है. So you can ask as many you have questions as a physician, and if you want to try to think about this non-clinical role. So we will take the questions at the end. So आप questions लिख रख लीजिए. They will talk to you one-on-one once it's done. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, everybody. So you have your expert, as sir told. Quickly note down your questions. We will be happy to answer that. So yes. So we have talked about MSL, everybody. Why choose this career? We have told you a lot of perks. There's a booming industry growth, having significant earning potential. You can see the stats on the screen. An excellent work-life balance, because you actually get time to attend to your families and the other recreational stuff. Now, again, coming to what job roles can you apply for in India, everybody? medical monitor, clinical trial physician, MSL. You have all the experts out here. You can ask queries if you have any. Pharmacovigilance manager, then there is regulatory affairs specialist, scientific communication specialist, and clinical research lead. So about research also, Dr. Nishtha was talking about. So we have talked about the other roles. We have talked about MSL. Let's move on to drug safety physician, which Akram sir was referring to, the medical reviewer. So this is basically pharmacovigilance for physicians. What would be your primary responsibilities? Adverse event assessment, the ADRs, guys, the clinical trials and post-marketing surveillance. Then if there is any risk management or analyzing the safety data, also you have to report that. So you have to prepare and review the regulatory documents from the standard bodies. Then you provide medical guidance to all the pharmacovigilance team, and sort of fostering the cross-functional relationship between two or more teams, and yes, the documentation process. So this is a bit, I think, would be a bit, typical for you all, or a bit difficult for you all to understand. You have your experts, you can ask them, they'll be explaining it to you in a simpler way. Now the question comes, why physicians are a great fit? So just an example, there was an ICU doctor who was exhausted from shift work. And when he transitioned to patient safety, he now reviews the safety reports from clinical trials, post-marketing surveillance, and it's not that you're leaving your medical knowledge. You are actually using your medical knowledge in a non-clinical way, right? He was using his medical knowledge with a predictable schedule and the immense satisfaction because he had a good work-life balance. So you're basically applying your medical knowledge for the clinical evaluation skill, for understanding the disease pathology. How do you make decisions? What is medical writing? How do you communicate it? So lots and lots of skills are being added on, like drug safety physician. Next is HEOR, Health Economics and Outcomes Research. So this is basically a postgraduate certification, and you are actually, complying to the real world impact. So what do? The primary responsibility is you are actually supporting the market access. You're working with various softwares, data mining and all that. Then you are conducting cost effectiveness programs, cost utility, budget impact, sort of data analysis. Then you actually build economic models as data modeling, and then you move on to the project design. So you are actually designing real world evidence projects, that this was the problem, I have figured this out, this could be one of the solutions, and then we are working on a particular software to actually help it revolutionize. So with your medical knowledge, you're actually revolutionizing things. Now coming down to why our program is different. What would you learn from us? So you are basically getting an intensive 4 months of curriculum and hours of live interactive sessions. You have the industry expert right in front of you. They will be helping you out throughout the course, and they will be your expert faculty, all the trained ex-MSL, CA Medical Affairs. You will be also getting Dr. Akram's global network because he has been in this field for more than 15 years. You will be given practical deliverables and capstone projects to actually see where you stand and how do you, actually build yourself up to stand in front of the team or in front of the people or in front of the hiring authorities for the jobs related to it. And you're also getting placement support. You're getting CV assistance, LinkedIn optimization, the employer mock interviews, because if you're at home and you're doing a particular course, you don't know which company is actually there in this or who are hiring. So the main important agenda is that we'll help you out for the placement support also. Who should apply? For medical affairs, liaison, MBBS, PharmD, BDS, PhDs. For drug safety, it's exclusively for MBBS, MD, MS. Guys, no FMG is required. No NEET PG is required. And it's a very, very, very nice opportunity for all the people out here, because these two exams are something which is not very easy to crack. So if you have good communication skills, go for medical affairs. If you have good attention to detail, drug safety physician. If you have good analytical skills, go for HEOR. So these are the overall skills required, along with the leadership skill, because you may be leading a team or you may be leading a project. These are the top industry recruiters. I'm sure as Medicos, you would have heard about Cipla, GSK, Sun Pharma, AstraZeneca, Mankind, Lilly, Cognizant, HCL, Paraxel. So these are the top industry recruiters about which also you will be told. So we have 30 limited seats available, from treating patients one by one to impacting medicines used by millions. Your clinical expertise deserves this platform. So this is our Super 30 batch. Quickly enroll. You'll be given a test. Okay, you have to apply, you have to give a test, and we'll see how much you score. And then on the basis of that, you will be given the offer for admission, and you can come join our team for this particular course. You can find us on Google. You can check out our ratings on various other offices of ours. So we have an office in Australia. Then we have, if you're from Northern India, you can come and reach out to us in Dehradun. If you're from Southern India, you can come reach out to us in Hyderabad. And if you are from the capital, which is Delhi, you can come and contact us there as well. So we have our offices in Delhi, Dehradun, Hyderabad. You can come in person and get the experience in a physical way. And if you're there in Australia, we have our head office in Australia as well. Scan our QR codes to follow our Instagram channel, our YouTube channel, and get recent and quick updates over here. Also, please scan this code to join our WhatsApp community, guys. You can see our contact ID, our email IDs, and yes, we are keen to help you join this particular program of ours by spreading the awareness. So this was all about the small presentation which we wanted to present. We will now quickly move on to the Q&A session. Be ready with your questions. Raise your hand. I'll call your name one by one. You can unmute, ask your question, कि वो question किसके लिए है, for whom you're referring to, and your industry expert, Akram sir, our team, is all there to guide you. So please raise your hands quickly and we will take up your questions one by one. Yes, any one of you could begin with the question if you have any.
Dr. Sonal, I think we could start with Jigar Kumar's question.
Yes, you can, sir.
Right. So it says, hi, good evening. I'm an MBBS graduate with 5+ years of total experience. Could you please explain the path to work in pharmacovigilance domain as a drug safety specialist in countries like US, UK, Germany, Australia, Arab countries?
Mhm. Yes, so I think Dr. Nishtha, you can answer this question.
Dr. Skandarshri is a drug safety physician.
Yeah.
Skandarshri,
Yeah, I thought, I should take it up, but Dr. Nishtha, you can go ahead and put in your, given your opinions on the same.
Yeah, sure. Probably you can add to it since you're working in DSP now. So thank you, Dr. Jigar, for the question. Well, definitely, since you have 5+ years of experience, it will add value and will make it easier for you to get into a DSP position. Because when you review cases and when you look at safety reports, you need to have a sound clinical knowledge. So definitely, that's going to be advantageous for you. With respect to scope outside of India, if you're looking to move in countries like UK, Australia, Germany, it will all depend on your performance in the Indian companies. Of course, you're working probably for an MNC over here. They have a branch in India. Probably the same company has a branch in Germany. So an internal transfer is certainly possible, but that will take some time. It can't be like you just join the company and they transfer you to Germany. That will be very difficult. You have to perform well in the Indian scenario of that MNC. Prove yourself for at least a couple of years, 2 to 3 years, and post that, definitely there is a tendency that they will help you to get relocated and will help you to get transferred in a different country, provided you show that intent. Yeah, so that's about what I would like to add to. I think Dr. Skandarshri, you would like to add to it?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Nishtha. I think you very well said whatever had to be said. So it's very important that, the performance here, it's what Dr. Nishtha in gist explained is that, so basically you can relocate, through the company route itself, that is an internal transfer. So once the internal transfers, if there are internal transfers in in other countries in the same company, for example, some XYZ company, I wouldn't like to take names. So some XYZ company that is based in India, it's an MNC which has a branch in India, and they have openings elsewhere in their other branches like Canada or wherever, Switzerland. So you can relocate through the company route. But as such, if you want to go through an alternate route, then probably you do stand a chance, because the PV market is quite good outside abroad. Then you have to approach certain platforms, job platforms, especially in the countries where there's a huge demand. I believe in Europe and as well as in United States, it fluctuates, but in Europe there's a very good market, and you have to apply as an individual candidate, and based on whatever is your experience, and based on their requirement and their terms and conditions, definitely you do stand a chance. But it depends again, the PV market, as I said, it's a very evergreen market. It there's always an expansion going on, and PV, as it's an always it's an ongoing process. Like, we'll have to do the safety assessment. From my practical experience, I know of a colleague. She's a colleague of mine who worked in a certain company, and she had an experience of around 4 to 5 years. She's a doctor herself, like MBBS MD doctor, and she performed well, and she relocated from India to Sweden. So the internal transfer happened, and from there she moved on to another PV company. So there are opportunities that come your way through, and internal transfer is one of the best routes that can be taken up. And this is, I gave a practical example to let you know that this is possible. So if you have any other query, like any other particular, anything else you wanted to ask, please feel free, Dr. Jigar, to, go ahead.
I have already shared one of the links called jobsly.com. This is our portal from Academically. So you can find hundreds of jobs are available in India and abroad. For including this drug safety physician and other pharmacovigilance laws for medical doctors. So please go and explore there. But generally, जो companies होती हैं, they give preference those have some experience in their home country. Someone have at least 3 to 5 year work experience after your medical degree, then good to apply. So that, for example, in Australia, there's a website called seek.com.au. So each country have their own website, right? You can try there, but jobs की जो website है, इस पे सारे पूरे world की jobs मिल जाएंगे आपको, clinical और non-clinical roles को, so you can explore here.
Right, sir. And let's move on to the next question. Aparna Gurudivan is asking, I'd like to know about medical writing related jobs in Singapore.
So similarly, Aparna, if you have previous experience in your home country, then you can try in Singapore as well. Singapore is a very small country, not very high, demand, but a lot of companies from the Europe and Australia and US, they have the headquarters in Singapore, so you can try there.
Right, sir. And so Shreya Desai is asking us, PharmD fresher, how to get an interview call for MSL?
That's why, PharmD is very, very low chance to get into this MSL. That's why we launched this program. So if you can, basically lot of criteria even for us, selection. So once you get enrolled, definitely will help you to land a job through this job slip for PharmDs especially.
Sir, Dr. Priya is asking, she has 2 years experience as MBBS graduate. What do we write in our resume so that they can hire but no experience in remote jobs?
So doctor, I think these doctors can answer.
Yes. Sir. Dr. Nishtha or Dr. Skandishri, any one of you could just voluntarily.
I think I just give you very quick. अगर आपको जाना है PV में या whatever your interest, based on that, see at least top 10 job advertisement, and see what skill they want, and modify accordingly your CV. So there is a good chance to shortlist it. Problem क्या है इंडिया में, एक CV बना लिया, सारी जॉब में वही डाल रहे, नॉन क्लिनिकल जॉब में सेम CV, क्लिनिकल जॉब में सेम CV, So please, at least little bit, you need to tailor your CV when you are applying to job.
Right, sir. Sir,
Dr.
Sayyid
Nikita, you
Yusuf
want
is
to add
asking.
something? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Doctors, if you would just want to add something to what Akram sir told.
Yes. So I'll just want to add something here. So first of all, for MBBS doctors or any other candidates, PharmD or some other healthcare related candidates itself who want to apply. See, it does help to have some not experience. Yes, if you're a fresher who wants to go, I certainly understand that you may start from a zero level of experience, but it does help. Like you have certain certificates like good clinical practice certificate, and knowing about certain basic terminologies of PV. For example, what is a Medra dictionary? Then what is a Houdini dictionary, and how to do the coding, term coding. And of course, medical knowledge is always there. You have your medical knowledge about the scales of assessment, causality assessment. What is basically a causality assessment, and how to go about the causality assessment, and your critical thinking, especially while doing a causality assessment. Why do you think a drug is related or not related? And the types of cases you need to process in the real world scenario. So you get cases from clinical trials, you get post-marketing cases as well. So it helps to have a basic understanding of all of this. So it will be great if you also have some other I would say an understanding or even some involvement or some kind of certificate courses in research related to research. I believe there are certain for example, I told there are a lot of websites of like WHO itself gives a free PV certificate thing. So it shows that you have a keen interest. It opportunity openings in medical writing. Then there is something called as a regulatory, where regulatory is a separate department, medical coding, and all these are like different portfolios, specialized portfolios on their own. And even biostats is another team, but it's usually taken up by statisticians. But for us, the medical healthcare fraternity, there are like multiple openings. Medical coding is a niche branch on its own. Medical writing is a niche branch on its own. And you have regulatory, as I told you, regulatory submissions, wherein you facilitate whatever the SAEs, that is serious adverse events, have occurred. No, you should ensure that regulatory submissions occur as per timelines. So what I would say is, you can be very hopeful to get the jobs here. Just ensure that you display your understanding by doing your own homework on the basic terminologies and on what is expected in the industry. I believe there are a lot of resources in WHO itself, website itself. You go, you get it, and there are free certification courses of NIDA, which is GCP, good clinical practice guidelines. That is also free. Otherwise, also you have various other platforms which offers free GCP certification courses. So this goes to show that you have an understanding of the clinical trials as well as the pharmacovigilance and all these aspects. So yeah, definitely it would be it's a learning pathway and it would help you. Anything else? Is
Yes.
there the question?
Yes.
And I would Dr. Nishta to add on to this.
Yeah, Dr. Skandashri. So we just would ask one
Yes,
more
we can
question.
take the question
Yes,
from
sir.
जिन्होंने हाथ उठाए हुए हैं, hands किए हुए हैं.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Tijo Pauthara, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question? Tijo Pauthara, can you just unmute yourself and ask your question?
Good evening, all. So, I'm a medical graduate from St. Petersburg in Russia. So, after completing my graduation, I went through the foreign medical graduate examination and have been practicing in India for more than 18 years now. So, I also completed a postgraduate diploma in clinical research from Toronto, Canada. That was a few years back. So now I've been looking at options in the non-clinical options, because I have been practicing for a pretty long time now. And at that time, after completing my postgraduate diploma in clinical research from Canada, I had offers from Pfizer to join as a medical advisor, but they told me that I would have to quit medical practice, which I was not willing to do at that time. So I declined the job and I continued with the clinical practice. But now I feel like I want to change. So I want to know what are the options that would be available for me. What should I look at? How should I approach this?
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Tijo, for the question. Yes, Dr. Skandashri, can you please answer this question?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I think the voice is echoing. I'm not
Yes,
sure.
Dr. Tijo, you can keep yourself on mute.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Dr. Skandashri, please continue.
Yeah, thank you. So, Dr. Tijo, first of all, I would like to say now, we are in a great time because, there are remote jobs offered and also hybrid jobs offered. So, in remote job, obviously, you can, in your free time after your work hours, right? You can still keep in touch with your clinical practice, and you don't have to leave your clinical practice. In fact, being in continuum with clinical practice will help you in doing our job in the pharma industry. So even while taking up jobs in PV, they ask how many number of years of clinical experience you have had, because it's all about decoding the case scenarios. See, you can apply job. You have, you are eligible and you are deserving in roles of medical monitor as well as drug safety physician. Both are remote roles. So basically, in medical monitor, you'll be working with clinical trial assignments or clinical trials, and you will have to do basically the medical analysis of the data that comes in from the clinical trials. Basically, do the safety assessment of it, process the serious adverse events, and all of it. So it's a very good field, and you will be very you'll be able to ensure that you carry on this work along with your clinical practice. So there'll be no hindrance to it, and it's again a very good. I would say being a medical monitor is a very good designation because you keep handling new clinical trial assignments, and you'll get a very nuanced understanding on how the clinical trial works, because and you will be there right from the beginning of the trial till the end. So a lot of learning happens. And with respect to drug safety physician as well, that is also a very good role. And you'll be basically processing cases and doing the causality assessment of real world clinical cases, where you will have to ensure that whatever adverse events are reported in those patients having certain medical conditions, so you have to make those assessments. So these two, I would suggest from my practical experience, is are the two roles where you can get into without leaving your clinical practice. Of course, what you spoke about a medical advisor, right? It requires a lot of, it's a work where you will have to kind of be very dynamic and on the go, where you have to go and meet key operating. That Dr. Nishta will anyway explain, but
Yes.
I tell her to add on to it.
Right.
So where you will have to be kind of very immersed in it, and you will have it's very, I would say, it's a very giving job, where you will have you have to go to multiple places, meet the key opinion leaders. That is also great if you have the inclination towards it. But yeah, I would say, since you spoke about continuing your clinical practice, either medical monitor or a drug safety physician would be
Would be
the
the
ideal
decision.
roles you would take up. I would say preferably medical monitor,
Right.
because it's much
So-
more where it gives you an ease of doing your pursuing your clinical practice on one hand, and being in touch with the ongoing clinical trial assignments.
Right. So all the doctors out here, if you're trying to, not leave your clinical jobs and also go for non-clinical, I think Dr. Skandashri has answered it very well, and I hope this helps you out. We'll move on to the next question. Dr. Ismat Raju, please ask your question. Unmute yourself. Dr. Raju, could you please ask your question?
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Hello. Hello, yes.
Thank you. Ma'am, I basically have 3 questions.
Mhm.
Okay. Is like work from home is DSP and medical monitor available, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Will there be opportunity for having it in part-time?
All right. Dr. Nishtha, could you please help us with this question?
Okay, yes. Hi, Dr. Ismat Ranju. Good question. So, for medical monitor and for DSP, the role can be hybrid or it can be remote, depending on the type of company that you're applying to and depending on their preferences. But yeah, mostly it's hybrid or remote in most of the companies. So, I hope this answers your question. You can balance it very well. Work-life balance is the major advantage of these two roles, especially DSP and medical monitoring roles. And when it comes to medical affairs is rather a very dynamic role, as Dr. Skandashri mentions, depending on your choice. Like, actually, this applies to everybody. Somebody who likes to be on the go, travel, and communicate. Somebody who is very good at talking, convincing the KOLs. For them, medical affairs roles will be good. And for those who want a work-life balance and remote jobs, for them, DSP and medical monitor roles are good. Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nishtha, for the answer. We'll move on to Dr. Sudesh Dangi. Your question, please.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I am foreign medical graduate, but without MCA registration, ma'am. So I want to know about opportunity for me. Is there any option?
Yeah, so we have been discussing about, so we have again MSL, we have drug safety physician. Dr. Nishtha, if in short, you could just tell us all the non-clinical roles which, Dr. Sudesh can.
I have clinical experience of more than 1 year, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Yes, so you've completed the FMG exam, right? You've cleared it.
No.
Not yet. All right. Okay, so now for your clinical experience to be valid as a medical monitor or your DSP, it should be certified by the FMG. You should have finished that exam, because that will count as a clinical experience. You need to have be a registered medical professional to be counted as a clinical experience on paper. What you are doing now, definitely that's quite good hands-on training. That is something which could probably help you in medical affairs role. But to be a medical monitor for the DSP position, an RMP number and a licensed medical practitioner in India would be a necessity. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nishtha. Moving on to Dr. Hiren Nanda, your question, please.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, Akram sir. Can I speak in Hindi?
हाँ
Yes, yes.
हाँ, मेरा ये था कि सर मैं ऑलरेडी 5 साल से प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ इंडिया में, और पहले नॉन क्लिनिकल में मैंने काम किया हुआ है, और यहाँ लोकल यहाँ की लेमडा कंपनी है, वहाँ पे मैं ड्रग सेफ्टी फिजिशियन की तरफ मैंने डिसकंटिन्यू करके गवर्नमेंट जॉब कर रहा हूँ। तो कब से मैंने बहुत बार आपका ये सब वीडियो भी देखा था MSL और नॉन क्लिनिकल के बारे में। तो सर कैसे अप्लाई कर सकते हैं आउट ऑफ इंडिया, जैसे ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए MSL के लिए कैसे अप्लाई कर सकते हैं? उसके लिए कंपलसरी है MD फार्मा करना या विदाउट MD फार्मा भी दे
कंपल्सरी
सकते?
नहीं है, यू कैन अप्लाई, बट आपने you English is very, and communication is very important role, especially in the MSL, right? Dr. Nishta, if you can just answer this question, क्या skills need रहता है MSL के लिए especially?
Sure.
Dr. Bala is there, I think.
Yeah, Dr. Bala can also
Bala is
probably.
the MSL
Yes.
basically, So communication is very important, play the role, in this MSL role.
Okay.
Can you let me know the question once again, because I think his voice was little patchy. So can you just someone tell the question once
he
again?
is working as a medical officer in government. And
Okay.
earlier he worked some as a, I think, safety physician earlier. And
Okay.
now we want to know about the MSL role in abroad.
Abroad. Okay. So I think Dr. Nishta also spoke about this earlier. So the best way to go abroad is like you work somewhere here in an Indian company, get your experience, and then move internally. That's the best way. Or else, if you are a citizen of some country, let's say you are a citizen in UAE, then that would also be easy if you are applying from there, from the local agencies. Otherwise, from India, if you have to move, the best way is to one thing is move internally. So when you are working as an MSL here, you let your manager know. So what is your intention? So I have this plan. This is my future plan. I want to move to a certain country, let's say Australia or Dubai, somewhere. You let them know. So you perform well here. So whenever the vacancy opens up, let's say we are a choice of your country, let's say Malaysia, the vacancy opens up and you are interested, and you let your manager know already, and he sees that you are a good performer. Definitely, then they will be recommending there for either for the same role or the higher role if you're experienced enough. So you let your manager know that you want to work, this is your idea, you want to move to a certain country or any country of choice other than India. So then they will keep it in their list, and then they'll let you know whenever there's an opening. And the recommendation from them, of course, is definitely valid. So because if your manager is going to recommend you, then definitely they know that you are a good performer. So your internal transfer will be much more easier when you get it. Then you get the interview, you land the interview with that particular country, the same company, the managers there. And then if you again do well, you're going to go there. This is one route which is the easiest. Then other than that, if you still want to search for some other opportunity, some other way, you keep working here in India, and then build your contacts through there's LinkedIn. So that's the best portal to get connections to the managers or medical affairs professionals abroad. So you make connections there. You let them know that whenever there's a vacancy, this is my experience, so and so. So whenever there's a vacancy, please let me know. Please help me try to land an interview there. And if you make a good connection, then definitely they will let you know whenever there's an opportunity. So that is one thing. But again, that is a hard route. So first you have to establish the good connection there, and then they have to refer you. That is one way. And then there's a third way. Directly you can search in company portals. For example, GSK or AstraZeneca, whichever company, you can open their portal and check for the vacancy in whichever country they have, and then apply. Again, that is going to be a very hard route, because if without any referrals, you're directly from India, if you're trying for some other country, of course, it's very difficult to consider unless you have a very excellent profile, and then there is no one there in that particular country. So then there is a chance that you may land an interview. But otherwise, the best way is always internal transfer, and then the second one would be through some connections abroad in this particular country, in a particular company. So if you have some connections or seniors, that is the second way. So these two are the better ways.
But I can say you have very low chance to land a job in abroad, because you do not have any experience in MSL in India. पहले तो आप इंडिया में ही कुछ साल जॉब करो MSL का, then try करो. In foreign में क्या होता है, the company need to sponsor your visa. तो कंपनी कभी भी रेडी नहीं होती है स्पॉन्सरशिप में, unless you are very excellent, you have very good the experience, then they might. Otherwise, you can think about the clinical way, like AMC pass करके चले जाओ ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, एंड देन यू कैन वर्क एज ए नॉन क्लिनिकल में वहां पर, बिकॉज इफ यू कैन गो इन दैट वे, क्लिनिकल में हॉस्पिटल्स और डायरेक्टली पीआर भी मिल जाती है, तो अगर आपके पास अपना वीजा है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू आर डिपेंडेंट वीजा और सम अदर वीजा, देन वेरी इजी टू लैंड ए जॉब। बट आप अगर इंडिया में बैठे हुए हैं, आपको लग रहा है कि आपको यूएस में जॉब लग जाएगा, तो आपको पता है कि H1B वीजा का फीस $100,000 बढ़ा दिया है जो है न्यू गवर्नमेंट ने, राइट? तो गवर्नमेंट हायर नहीं करती है। सिमिलरली अदर कंट्रीज में भी गवर्नमेंट कंपनी को पे करना पड़ता है वीजा का फीस। तो दे सी कि जो कैंडिडेट लोकली हैं, अवेलेबल है, उनको हायर किया जाए फर्स्ट, जिनके पास में वर्किंग राइट्स हो। ठीक है,
Right,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Can
sir.
I add
Thank you, Dr.
something
Hiren.
here?
Yes, Dr. Skandish.
Yeah, let me take a moment to add something here. I wanted to also share this with a lot of people on this platform, and you can discover it for yourself, which I recently came to know. So networking, right? Networking is a very, very important thing to do, especially in pharma industry. So one of the ways which I discovered recently was attending conferences or CMEs. So lot of conferences, if you are on LinkedIn is one platform where I have found that you can do, you can easily access to people, and there are a lot of conferences, global conferences, as well as local CME conferences, which keep happening. So I would suggest that why don't you go and give it a try and build a good network there. There are a lot of people. In fact, Indian human resource, right, is given a lot of respect, and they are highly considered as skilled workers abroad. Only thing is, because we don't know people and we are not doing networking, not attending like certain global conferences or local conferences, that's why we don't have the reach. To get that reach, you need to meet people, you need to attend such conferences, so that you're academically also updated, and you can also get to know portals where you can kind of get to know about the job opportunities, and make your life abroad. So I myself have discovered it recently. Probably I am like kind of taking this path of attending more and more global conferences. And if anyone is interested, like you can just contact me after this program.
Yeah, no worries. If also Dr. Skandishri, so all the participants over here have the contact ID of Academically, and
Sure.
definitely if there is any thing, we will be connecting together.
Yeah.
Next, move on to Dr. Syed Yusuf. Your question, please. Dr. Syed Yusuf.
Hello, doctor. This is Syed.
Hello.
Yeah. Actually, like we are graduated from Georgia recently in last November. So we wanted to know like whether what are the clinical options and non-clinical options, and we are writing FMG in Jan 17th this time. So I don't think so because we don't have enough time to preparation. So if we cleared, it's okay. If not, like what are the options? What are the options in clinical and non-clinical? And like in clinical, like after clearing AMC, like in the same way we are preparing for the AMC1 as well.
Yeah.
So
Dr. Syed,
after AMC1,
yes.
so
So yeah, so all the roles, whatever we've been talking about, they are the ones with wherein you can try for. Also, if there is something else, if you particularly want to ask about MSL, drug safety physician, or any role in particular, if you have any question.
no, I don't have any idea about all these things. Like so, I'm just looking for the like what is the best way to get into the non-clinical, and like what is the best way to get into the clinical, so that
our team will get back to you after this webinar, and they will give you 1 hour free one-on-one consultation, right? So they will give you all about regarding MSL and drug safety physician and other roles, So just wait, guys. जितने भी लोग अभी attend कर रहे हैं, you will receive one call from our team, and one-on-one, whatever you have questions, doubts, you can clarify with that.
Okay, doctor. Actually, doctor, like I attended the Hyderabad session when you came to that, but I missed. Like I got late, so
Yeah,
I didn't.
Delhi. You were staying in Delhi, right?
No, I was in Hyderabad, doctor.
Okay, Hyderabad. Okay. Hyderabad, हमारा center है. You can go there also,
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to go there. Maybe first you need to give 100% to your FMG and wish you all the very best,
Thank you. Thank you so
And
much,
on
doctor.
18th, you can, come back. Maybe our team will give you the information. Then you can
Mm-hmm.
decide based on your performance in the exam, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to Dr. Amit Jain. Your question, please. Dr. Amit? Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next person, Dr. Jameel. Dr. Sahar Jameel.
Yeah, hi. I'm actually an MBBS graduate from Pakistan. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, we can.
Hello.
Okay, so I just graduated in 2023 and I want to apply for
Am I
research
audible?
roles abroad.
Dr. Amit will come to you. Let's just finish up Dr. Sahar's question.
Sure, sure.
For
Yes,
research
Dr.
roles, or I'm looking for research roles, or basically just medical liaison, or basically roles in which basically involve analysis. So that's why I joined this conference. So which are the sites, for example, are there any professional sites on which I can apply? Do you have any knowledge regarding that?
Okay. So regarding Dr. Nishtha, can you just answer this question? If some person is a graduate from Pakistan, is there an opportunity because we are dealing with India more, Dr. Seher, so we'll just have to check
So
on
we
this.
have, we have no idea regarding your country ke kaun se
Dr. Seher, I can help.
Yes, Arindam.
Yeah, Dr. Seher, as per my data, there are around 761 pharmacy companies, pharmaceutical companies in Pakistan. Correct?
Okay.
And
Yes, okay.
yeah, and recently on LinkedIn, I figured out that they're even hiring MSLs over there, right?
Yes.
So if you research on LinkedIn, I think this post was, I think, just a couple of days back only that they started hiring MSLs in Pakistan. And as far as the number of pharmaceutical companies are there, it's 760. Though few companies are leaving Pakistan as per latest trend, but there are enough to accommodate you, I believe. So you can definitely try via LinkedIn. There are few posts on LinkedIn as of now.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Let me add on to that. So yeah, Dr. Balaya. So actually, yeah. So when I was working in my first company, so we had a meeting in Dubai. So I had some friends there. I made some friends, of few from Pakistan also. So yes, definitely there are roles. So research roles, and also there are MSL roles which are there. So even the person who I met was an MSL from Pakistan, and then later again she contacted me for better role switching, and again within Pakistan, and then for the interview preparation I just helped her, and so that's how I got to know there are definitely roles there, both in research also and also MSL roles available in Pakistan. So this is the knowledge about Pakistan roles I know. So because I had a friend who moved there, and I mean who was from there and who switched companies there. So definitely there are roles. So this is how much I know about that. So definitely there are roles. So that's the gist of it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bala. Yes, Dr. Amit, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah. Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah. So my question is like for the different role pertaining to MSL or medical affairs. Uh, After MBBS, for like myself, like I have completed MBBS and I have a 3 years of clinical experience after that. And so I just wanted to know, like, MD Pharma is necessary to get into these roles, like for MSL or medical affairs.
All right, Dr.
If
Bala, Dr.
and,
Bala, can you answer?
and
Yes,
also
yes.
one more thing I want to add in this question, like, if it is not necessary, also if MBBS can get into these roles, but are there any difference in terms of growth one MD Pharma gonna get or one MBBS gonna get in terms of future career growth?
Thank you so much. Yes, Dr. Bala, over to you.
Sure. So yes, MD pharmacology is not necessary. It's not an absolute thing. It's not a compulsory thing for you to join as an MSL. So, or in that case, even as a drug safety physician. So you just need to be a doctor. So it's not absolutely compulsory, but then again, there is a little added advantage if you do your MD pharmacology, because you are going to learn so much in your MD pharmacology that they expect. So one thing how you can fill this void is of course do the certificate courses in a medical affairs or MSL course or a drug safety physician. There are so many courses, so that can help you because you will learn those in that courses. So in terms of growth, there's not going to be much difference because the number of years of experience is the one which is going to be counted once you join the company. So it's not the degree and how you perform once you join there. So because I know so many seniors who haven't done an MD pharmacology, so it is not like a compulsory thing or something. But again, in the beginning, during the interviews, if suppose if you and another MD pharmacology are going to give it together, there may be a little added advantage. But again, if you perform exceptionally well in the interview and if you have some additional certifications and those upskilling courses you have to your name, then that will definitely help. So I think that will add to that mismatch between you and an MD pharmacology. But again, it's not absolutely necessary. The only difference maybe in the beginning, the salary package may be a bit different because those 3 years of MD is considered as an experience there. So that that may be a bit of difference, not much though. So that may be a little bit. There may be a little bit difference. The MD graduate may get a bit higher package, but other than that, there's no much change. So definitely an MBBS graduate can join as an MSL or a drug safety physician also.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Bala. Moving on to Dr.
But also,
Mridanga. Yes,
sorry to interrupt you.
that's
Like,
okay.
but for usually for the MSL and the medical affairs role, the companies they usually, they ask for the MD Pharma rather than the MBBS, including the current scenario. So, um, being in an MBBS and get into these roles, I mean, for the current scenario, I guess it's a little hard for, you know.
Yes, I absolutely get your question. So, but then still there are so many vacancies. They are not able to find a MD graduate every. So there are lots of the openings, but the number of MD candidates are less. So that's why if you see, it's not so many so many companies advertise it as an MBBS / MD candidates. So it's not just MD the one MD only. So they, yes, if they get an MD candidate, they may go for that as a first option. But then again, there are so many MBBS candidates who are working as an MSL already and who have moved into higher roles already. Also, I know them. So, but then yes, there is slightly added advantage with an MD degree. But then no, it's not the only compulsion that you need to have an MD degree. An MBBS graduate with certifications and added upskilling courses are definitely considered. And and of course, your interview, if you are going to do it very well, then that is more than enough. Again, because there is no necessity that MD graduate, particularly if you see the countries abroad, they definitely don't even mention it as an MD. They just mention it as a life science graduate. So there, most of the time, they pick even an MBBS most of the time. So again, in India, maybe you could have seen in the ads so many people mentioning it as MD pharmacology. But again, if you're seeing in the countries abroad, they just mention it as a life science graduate or a doctor. So yeah, so as far as I know, in India, maybe a slight advantage for an MD graduate. Otherwise, it is not a compulsion.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Bala.
Thank you, Dr.
Sorry,
Bala, and
can
thank you,
I
team.
add on to this? Can I take a moment?
Please, please.
Yes, I won't take too much of time. So, just answering to Dr. Bala very well explained what is the scenario, and I kind of agree to him with respect to the MD being a absolute necessity. No, it's not an absolute necessity. Definitely, it will add weightage to your CV. And the learning in MD is definitely valued because you are going to do a thesis, basically present a thesis and do your research work and all of it. So definitely the MD learning is going to reflect and add weightage to the CV. But having said that, again, depending on the company's culture, like some companies, I mean, it's not an absolute necessity for them. Like especially in drug safety physician roles, right? It's like mostly the MBBS candidates itself are preferred. In fact, in case if MD candidates are not there, they take MBBS candidates itself, and basically any role as such, hands-on training is given while pursuing the role itself. So you don't have to have something just a basic understanding. You don't have to do something else to pursue this role. So yes, it depends on the type of company and the type of role also. So for medical monitors as well as drug safety physicians, right, MBBS candidates are easily absorbed in most of the companies, if not all. But again, there are certain companies that they're a little bit choicy, especially sponsor companies, right? They're a little bit like picky in kind of directing. They want only MD candidates itself, but it's not with all sponsor companies. So it depends, but mostly MBBS candidates have like a very good, I would say, very good opportunities, and in fact, great opportunities in this market, and they can very well go ahead and apply.
I mean, even they are hiring pharmacy students like PharmD, Dr. Bala. I mean, why they have to hire a PharmD with the MBBS available, right? So many applications are not coming from the medical graduates. Therefore, they are even hiring pharmacy graduates, right? Even they are hiring life science PhD holders.
Definitely. I agree to it. And each of them, whoever is hired, they are hired into the roles. In fact, PharmD candidates are being hired as a medical science liaison in certain companies. But I'm giving very neutral perspective. Let them know that this is also the case. And but I would like to tell them that they stand a great opportunity. And as Dr. Bala put it, doing certain courses like in clinical research related to clinical research will increase their weightage and display an interest in getting into the industry. So definitely it helps upskilling, as you if you can term that.
Yes. And the similar question was from Dr. Arpita as well. So Dr. Arpita, I hope your question is answered. Next, we'll move on to the next question.
Thank you everyone for the queries.
That's okay. We're happy to do that, Dr. Amit. So, Dr. Nishtha, this question is for you. She has, Dr. Samira has completed her MBBS in 2020 India, but due to some circumstances, she moved on to Dubai. So she's there in Dubai. She wants to come back again. So what could be the best? Probably she has a gap of practice, if I'm not wrong. Dr. Nishtha.
Okay, so 2020, if she completed MBBS, probably some kind of practice or some clinical research must have been done in Dubai. We need to show and justify that on this CV. There's a lot of scope in India in all the pharmaceutical branches, be it DSP, MSL, medical advisor position, medical monitor. For sure, she'll get in something, but she needs to show that void and justify it properly, and add some upskilling courses as well, as we've been discussing something what Academically is planning. So those kind of upskilling courses and the right guidance to fill that void CV and to prepare for the interview correctly, that's going to add weightage to it, and this will make sure she'll get through a job, a good in India, to be precise. Yeah.
Right, that's true. And Dr. Nishtha, we have discussed a lot about MBBS doctors. So Dr. Mriganka is asking a question. She's a BDS graduate with 6 years of clinical and non-clinical experience. What are the potential opportunities for BDS graduates in non-clinical side, and how one should explore it?
Yeah, BDS candidates also have good opportunities, just like we discussed for MBBS candidates. They have good opportunities in medical affairs. Even some companies are allotting them in the medical monitor positions as well, because after all, it's a clinical branch, right? It's a dental branch, but it's a clinical branch. Yeah, more weightage will be given to MBBS and MD candidates. There's no doubt about it. But do they have scope? Of course, they have scope, because the pharma market in India, it's really booming nowadays. And for sure, there are vacancies in literally every company. Every month we come across. Of course, like Dr. Emma mentioned, we have Jobsly, the new portal that's come up. So searching correctly and the right guidance will definitely help them get through.
Right. And a similar question has been coming from Mohammed Yashin. So she's asking whether there's a job in health insurance for MBBS doctors or not. Clinical, non-clinical jobs.
Yes, yes. So there are medical underwriters, there are jobs in health insurance companies. That's also an option, but one needs to weigh the pros and cons of everything and where is the interest actually. As we discussed, health insurance job, like a medical underwriter job, will be an office-based role. It's not going to be a remote role. They have to be in the company. Yeah, or maybe hybrid. It's not going to be fully remote. So if somebody is looking for fully remote, then DSP medical monitor is possible. If somebody is okay with sitting in the office from 9 to 5 and looking at files, then yes, they can look at medical underwriting roles in insurance companies. If somebody really likes to be on the go, very dynamic, likes to communicate, likes to talk and learn, for them it's going to be medical affairs. So this is all going to be decided by their level of interest and really what they are okay with doing for the coming few years. And I always tell my students and the other people who approach me, look at yourself maybe 5 to 10 years down the line. When I took up MD pharmacology in the very first attempt, the reason I took it up was because I asked myself, can I do emergency shifts for life? Can I do it for 10 years down the line? The answer was yes, I can do it now. Probably 1 year, 2 years, or maybe a few more years. But 10 years down the line, will I enjoy that? Right? So 10 years down the line, if this candidate will enjoy working with files in the insurance company, then yes. If this candidate would like to be traveling more, meeting KOLs from different states, from different countries and learning from them, then medical affairs would be more appropriate. Yes.
Right, Dr. Nishtha.
One question in that, like, can we will be possible without FMGE if you wanted to go to the DSP or like medical affairs?
Okay, so from my understanding, MSL roles are possible. Yeah, but most of these DSP roles, they require a registered medical practitioner. So from my understanding, you need to have a medical license for the DSP and medical monitor roles. But MSL, certainly because PharmDs, BDS, other graduates are being absorbed, there is a potential for the MSL role, from my understanding. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Dr. Alok, we'll come up to your question. You can just raise your hand. Okay, we'll come up to your question.
I was not able to raise hand due to some technical, I don't know. That's why I have interrupted you.
Okay, tell me.
I
Yes.
just wanted to know, like, I'm a FMG graduate from Nepal. And I have applied so many places like LinkedIn and some of the companies' sites also for the MSL and medical affairs roles. But I have never been selected or for any interview. So I just wanted to know what I do include in my CV so that I can be selected for the interview.
All right. So we can ask Dr. Bala. Probably he is an MSL expert. Dr. Bala, if you can answer, what are the hiring organizations looking for when they are hiring for an MSL graduate?
Yes. So in short, so first one is we're going to look into your CV. So actually his voice was not clear. So may I know your qualification once again, please, Dr. Alok?
I have done MBBS and then MBA in hospital administration.
Okay, BDS and MBA in hospital administration.
Right.
So yes. So for the role, can I know which other roles you applied and for which other companies, if you're comfortable mentioning that?
Like, I was looking for medical affairs or MSL any positions, but I have never been chanced.
Okay. So for which other companies, may I know?
It's like about Dr. Reddy.
Okay.
These kind of companies.
Okay. So since I have previously worked with Dr. Reddy's, there are so many BDS graduates who are MSLs there. So maybe are you current in your CV? Did you mention that you are in India or were you like in Nepal or something? Are you currently?
I'm in India. I'm in India.
India. Okay. So maybe there are reasons like see when there is when there is a role open, there are so many CVs that comes there. So there is a filtration process maybe, and then they start interviews simultaneously at 5 to 10 candidates, and then maybe someone got selected already. So maybe that's how your CV got overlooked. So that may be one of the reasons. And then apart from your BDS, if there were some other, this is my suggestion, some other added bonus like added things like certification courses or some experience. Maybe yeah, this is the first time you're looking for this role. So certification courses or some upskilling, definitely they would have considered. That is one thing which they look for when hiring for a medical affairs role. So yes, as previously mentioned, the added advantage would be the first options would be like if there's an MBBS or MD candidate, then yes, of course, BDS graduates are also there, and so many are already in the industry. Maybe what they would look is some added advantage or some upskilling courses from your side. So maybe that would help you land an interview, or maybe you can use some connection. If you have some industry connection, you can send your CV through them and get a referral. So that is another way. So these are your chances to get an interview, to land an interview.
Thank you
Okay,
so
sir, but
much,
I just
Bala.
wanted to one more thing. Like, what certifications can I what I can have for the BB certificates are useful?
Yes. So now I think Academically is launching now, particularly for medical affairs. So this will be, I think, the first time in India. I think no one has done this. So definitely this would be help you because this is purely medical affairs course. So that one would help. And then I think some courses are there in abroad for similarly, but in India this is the first one, I guess. So this would help this certification. And then if you are looking for a drug safety physician, and sorry, that would be like for I think MBBS graduates only. But again, if
No,
it's
I am an MBBS graduate, but not
okay,
registered.
sorry. Okay, I thought I thought you mentioned BDS. Okay, so then if you're an MBBS graduate, then you can do those PV courses, which is available with Academically also, and there are so many other companies doing that. So these kinds of upskilling courses, and then I think in the beginning, Dr. Skandashri also mentioned so many WHO courses which are available free online. So if you do all those and upskill yourself and mention it in the CV, so that would automatically reflect and catch the eye of the manager or the interviewer who is going to interview. So then definitely there would be a call up for you.
Right. And Dr. Bala, Dr. Alok, one more thing. So after this webinar, you'll be getting a free one-on-one consultation. Okay. Free video call consultation with all our experts, like our counselors and all. So whatever questions you have, like in sub questions, you can just ask them and they'll be happy to answer that. Okay.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Alok. Moving on to Dr. Nisha, there's one more question. Dr. Ketki is asking that she's an MBBS graduate with 2 years of clinical experience. She's basically asking the difference between drug safety physician and clinical trial physician.
Okay, so I think Dr. Skandashi will be able to answer this better, given that she has worked in the drug safety physician domain. But yeah, I'll just add few sentences to it. DSP includes a lot of remote work where you have to review cases, the coding, the causality assessment, right? So it's more analytical. Versus when you look at clinical trial physician, they mostly want that physician to be on site, to be monitoring the clinical trials, and it's got to do a lot with the development of protocols versus a DSP role, which is more got to do with supervision and correcting the mistakes, finding signals. So this will be the major difference. I think Dr. Skandashri can add more to it.
Yes, Dr. Skandashri,
Oh,
over to you.
yes, I think Dr. Nishra very well explained everything regarding the core definition of what a drug safety physician does and what a clinical trial physician does. So, clinical trial physician, there's again on-site handled by principal investigators in that particular site. And clinical trial physician can also probably mean a medical monitor who are doing the off-site work, just like I mean, mostly it's MBBS or MD doctors who are doing it, where we do the data review as well as answer protocol queries, eligibility related queries, explain, give make them understand regarding the how the clinical trial is going to be processed and therapy, the drug, explain regarding the drug itself, have presentations, and basically the medical oversight of the clinical trial itself. So, yeah, both the roles are very good fit for the medical doctors. And someone also asked me regarding BDS people, right? So even both in clinical trials as well as DSPs, they have their own niche roles. Either as there's something called a safety monitor who works below a medical monitor. So BDS candidates are absorbed into it, and there's something called as drug safety associate in pharmacovigilance who work with us and who come under the drug safety physician. So yeah, plethora of opportunities. They can go ahead and choose, as what Dr. Nishta told, based on, whether, they have to ask a question to themselves as to, what kind of work they want to do. So definitely there's a good
Right.
chance.
Right, Dr. Skandishri. Thank you so much for your answer. Moving on to the question by Dr. Manjunath. So she's a PharmD graduate, Dr. Bala, and she's working as a medical coder. So how can she transition into an MSL role? And what kind of experience recruiters look for, in short?
Yes. Sure. Since you already have an experience as a medical coder or medical writing, so that I think that itself is an advantage because you are already into the pharma here. You have some experience. But again, transforming into medical affairs, one thing they would look for is like if you have a communication skill. So, and then the upskilling courses, of course, because since you don't have any previous experience with medical affairs, maybe some upskilling courses would be an help. And then personally, what I would say is communication skill, because in medical writing, I think you would not be, I think, meeting or dealing with anyone face to face talking. So the one thing you could develop yourself personally is an excellent communication skill, and then develop an expertise in the subject therapy area. Suppose if you are going to apply for a diabetes role, MSL as in the company which deals with diabetes drugs, and you are applying for that particular role, so you have thorough knowledge of that particular therapy area. So since it will be a multidisciplinary approach, so you just don't see into diabetes, because the diabetes alone will it is not going to be seen. You will look into the cardiovascular also, health also. So there may be cross linking with, because diabetes itself can lead to other diseases, other organ diseases. So they will look for your knowledge in the complete area. So if you develop your academic knowledge in that also, that would be an added advantage. So these are the things which they look for. So when giving an interview, if you develop these things personally, so the knowledge, thorough knowledge in that particular therapy area and also the associated area. So for example, diabetes itself can lead to other complications. So if you also have a knowledge in those other areas, that also will help. So during your interview, so yeah, personally, I would recommend you to develop thorough knowledge in those areas where you are going to apply for an interview, which therapy area, and then your communication skills, of course. So these are the things which we look for.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Bala. And I think this particular question has answered most of the queries which have come up on the chat box, because it was a common query regarding the MSL. And Dr. Kashmira, I think the BDS question which we had taken has already answered your query. Similarly, Dr. Ankur, Dr. Bala has already answered this. MSL as a fresher, how do you go by? So yes, Dr. Ved Prakash. Okay, well and good. Now, Dr. Bapu is asking, I'm an MBBS graduate from China, not cleared FMG, with clinical experience in India. Is AMC mandatory for non-clinical jobs in Australia? So, Dr. Bapu, AMC exam is basically for practicing as an MBBS in Australia. Okay, as a GP, if you want to practice, that is the role of AMC, not here. Okay, Dr. Madhuri also asked, how can academic research and teaching experience in PharmD background be best positioned? Dr. Bala, can teaching experience be counted in current MSL competencies? I don't think so. If you could just answer.
So not much actually, but again, sometimes we consider teaching as a very good teacher with sound knowledge in their. So if they have very sound knowledge in all the teaching experience in all the systems, I mean, all the different therapy areas. So maybe during an interview, we can consider them if they have sound knowledge. I think I have had colleagues who came from teaching, who left the teaching jobs after 2 or 3 years and then have transitioned into medical affairs. Yes, of course. It will be. So if you are very good at your domain, so if you are very good at teaching and if you have very thorough knowledge, again, your knowledge will be tested in the interview. And if you are good enough, then of course, definitely that will also help. Yeah.
Right. And the similar question is coming from Dr. Shravanti. So she's been a medical officer since 10 years now. Is that experience valid?
That experience won't be counted like for medical affairs. That may be like what to say, you are a fresher once you are coming into medical affairs, since your experience is with what to say, seeing patients. So not in this, you will be considered as a fresher. But again, if you are able to crack the interview and if you're having a sound knowledge in the therapy area, then of course you can transition into medical affairs. But again, you will be counted as a fresher here. Your 10 years won't be counted.
Dr.
Right.
Sonal, if I may add just one
Yes,
line
please,
to
Dr.
this.
Nishta.
As Dr. Bala correctly said, yes, teaching experience may or may not be counted. I'll just tell a bit about me. It will matter from the institute also, where they have been teaching and from where they have graduated. MBBS MD from a reputed institute and teaching experience in that institute carries more weightage. So if that's there on the CV, plus the clinical publication, because as part of the medical affairs team, it's very important to be good at publishing post-marketing surveillance studies, phase 4 studies. Once the drug is in the market, how do you do the PMS studies? So if the candidate has good number of publications, medical writing is one aspect, yeah, but when you get your paper published and as the first, second author or the corresponding author, that certainly adds to weightage in your CV if you're looking for MSL roles.
Yes, one of the common questions in the interview, how many publications you have done? So that, yes, of course, rightly said. It's one of the most important thing.
Yes. Good, Dr. Nishta, very good point. And I hope this has actually, so guys, publications are also very, very important. And the people from Pakistan who are asking about the MSL jobs, I think your question has already been answered. I want to go to Australia for PG. Akram sir, this question is for you. He wants to go to Australia for PG. What is the pathway?
Hang on, Dr. Sonal. Dr. Akram is about to join.
No worries. All right, we'll move on to the next question. So is there any scope in after doing MBBS in sales and marketing for a pharma company abroad? In sales and marketing. Sir?
Yes, Dr. Sonal.
Sir, the question was that one person wants to do PG in Australia. So what is the pathway?
Okay, so PG in medicine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first you need to get registered yourself as a medical doctor in Australia, and for that you need to pass this AMC 1 plus AMC 2, and then you need to work 1 year as a RMO in Australia and get full registration in Australia with APRA, and after that you are eligible to apply for PG. And PG there is no entrance exam like in India we have NEET PG exam, right? But Australia में ऐसा कोई exam नहीं होता है. Based on your CV means your previous experience की बेस पर ही जो इंटरव्यू को कॉल करते हैं.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. और एक और क्वेश्चन था, आफ्टर डूइंग MBBS इन सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग में फार्मा कंपनी में अब्रॉड में ऑप्शंस हैं क्या?
Yes, मेडिकल मार्केटिंग ये सारी चीजें वही तो बता रहे हैं. I mean MSL also a part of that, medical affairs, मेडिकल मार्केटिंग का ही पार्ट है वो, Yes, so you need to start working in your home country for few years, then you can try. Even your own company also can transfer you in abroad if they have opportunity.
Right, sir. So one more question. Dr. Krishna has graduated MBBS from Russia, has applied for dependent visa to Australia and want to know what are the non-clinical and quick jobs in Australia if she goes.
Nothing quick if you don't have any experience. So experience is the key. If you have experience in your home country, very quickly you can land a job in Australia. Otherwise, it will be difficult to land a job in Australia. Okay, but you can try for this pharmacovigilance or maybe in clinical trials. बहुत सारा जॉब वहाँ पर मिल जाएगा. Maybe clinical trial coordinator का जॉब मिल सकता है आपको, or maybe in pharmacovigilance, ये सारा जॉब वहाँ मिल सकता है.
Right, sir.
Just to add to this, I just wanted to give an example. I knew of a colleague in my previous company. So she was, on a dependent visa, as in like her husband was working there as a software engineer in the United States, and she had gone there. So she, applied for remote job in India. So she can even do that. She can, because Indian
But
candidates are always
she's in
outsourced.
Australia, so she want to earn in AUD, not in INR. So
Sir,
that's
but initially she asked, no, sir, what she can do, the pathway for
Yes.
experience.
Yes,
This
this
is
is
one
a
of
good
the
thing,
options.
अगर आपको work from home मिल जाता है, if you are in, even there is a one girl in Academically, she is a dentist and she is working from Norway, work from home पर, right? तो ऐसे आप भी कर सकते हो, and then you can, so this is a good thing. तो आपको work from home अगर इंडिया में भी मिल रहा है, initially you can start and gradually you can transfer, looking a job in Australia.
Right,
Yes,
sir.
sir, agree. That would add to the experience. So that is why I
Yes.
thought a quick suggestion for, someone who's
That is a good thing,
not wasting
and
time and
otherwise,
wanting to make money and career.
yes.
Right. Right, Dr. Skandishri. And let's move on to Dr. Venkatesh. Dr. Venkatesh, if you can ask your question, because it's a long one and I couldn't read that. Dr. Venkatesh, you there?
So our team will get back to you tomorrow and today itself, and they will give you one hour consultation, video calling per or audio, whatever you preferred, So you can ask as many questions you have. So they are expert basically in these upskilling courses. And Arindam is here, he's our HOD for these courses, So yes, is there any other question, Dr. Sanu?
Yes, sir. Dr. Patel is asking, after MBBS, can we directly take GP residency?
Yes, you can, but you need to pass both exams, that's AMC1 and AMC2, then you can.
Right. Sir, one last question from Sushant Dhawan. What is the best role in Australia after having done MD anesthesia and having 6 to 8 clinical experience in India? सर ऑस्ट्रेलिया में बेस्ट रोल वो पूछ रहे हैं, मतलब he has done MD anesthesia in India having 6 to 8 years of clinical experience. Okay, probably Dr. Nishtha can answer this question. Dr. Nishtha? Or Dr. Skandishri or Dr. Bala, any one of you. Dr. Nishtha, please answer.
Yeah, so is the candidate looking for non-clinical roles or something in clinical domain?
Clinical practice.
Clinical practice. So there are two pathways from my knowledge, of course, because there's an MD in anesthesia, and I believe that's recognized in Australia after doing the residency. Something in MD anesthesia or like a GP practice. I know some of my anesthesia friends in India, some of them get very saturated doing ICU duties or anesthesia practice. So then they switch to the regular GP practice and they're doing very well as GPs as well. So that's one option, alternative option other than anesthesia. And of course, there are plenty of non-clinical roles as well. In case Dr. Akram Ahmed wants to add, it will be great.
Yeah.
So how many years you have experience after your, in anesthesia basically?
So 6 to 8 years.
Yes. So there's a pathway called specialist pathway. So you can give it a try. We can help you in that as well. But I can say Indian PG is a 3-year degree. So Australia में accepted नहीं होती है because they need minimum 5-year degree, 4 to 5 years, right? So generally you need to make your degree equal. तो आपको at least 18 months का वहाँ training करना पड़ता है ऑस्ट्रेलिया के अंदर. Then you can practice. Otherwise, best thing is for you, what you can do, you just need to pass this AMC1 plus English and try for the job. आपको very very high chance to land a job. There's one doctor with us, Dr. क्या नाम था डॉक्टर का जो अब रिसेंटली जॉब जो लगा था वो शिवा
सर आपका क्वेश्चन जिसका जॉब मिला था
हाँ यस एक डॉक्टर थी ना MBBS DGO
डॉक्टर प्रियंका कंथाराज
प्रियंका यस डॉक्टर प्रियंका को 9 year का एक्सपीरियंस था एंड शी पास ओनली पार्ट 1 एग्जाम AMC1 प्लस इंग्लिश वो शी इज बेसिकली रजिस्ट्रार राइट नाउ इन मेलबर्न so similar pathway you can opt.
Yes, sir. And sir, one last question.
We can help you to complete your entire process.
Yes, we will help you out for the AMC1 process. You can connect with us, whether it's document verification
yes,
or...
Academically, guys, is a one-stop solution. We provide clinical courses only and non-clinical. We just started basically. So we are one of the leading company in the world for licensing exam. If someone wants to do this clinical में आपको जाना है AMC exam या USMLE या PLAB or any other exam, so we are, and even in Gulf if you want to go like DHA exam, assembly exam for Saudi Arabia or any other country, right? So we can help you.
Yes, sir. So last question from Sinan Ali. I recently passed PLAB 1. Will I be benefited in Australia or I have to go for AMC 2?
Yes, so basically PLAB में जॉब मिल नहीं रहा है दोनों करने के बाद भी तो बहुत सारे लोग क्विट कर जा रहे हैं, राइट? बट ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आपको कोई भी एडवांटेज नहीं मिलेगा. यू नीड टू राइट बोथ AMC एग्जाम, बट ऑफ कोर्स जो प्लैब का जो एग्जाम है और AMC का वेरी सिमिलर एग्जाम है, so you will get basically the advantage in this, so you will get basically easy to pass your exam.
Yes, sir. And also, sir, we have the webinar coming up on next Saturday, same time at 6
Next
p.m.
Saturday we have webinar that is for clinical basically.
Clinical
So
exams.
if
Yes.
you want to know more about clinical, if you want to do PG in clinical in Australia, so next Saturday you can join us here.
Yes. So if whatever your lab queries, MC queries are there, we can discuss in that webinar, and we'll be having it on next Saturday at 6 p.m. only. Dr. Karthik, yes, we are in English. So I think we've taken up all the queries, sir, and rest of the questions will be answered
Doctor,
on one-on-one basis.
Doctor, when can we expect a call like one-on-one? Like, is it be available today or like tomorrow or day after tomorrow?
Okay, if you can just share your number in the chat box right away, Arindam. Can you
Yes, sir.
please
I'm
connect
here.
something?
I'm sharing my official number.
So
Right.
Arindam is sharing his number in the chat box. So please guys text him on the WhatsApp. जिनको अभी connect करना है, otherwise tomorrow our team will connect you.
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Dr.
Yes, Mohammed
Javed.
Javed.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to appreciate your effort in putting up this meeting. It was so informative. So, I am a PharmD intern doing clinical research coordinator as a clinical research coordinator intern. So, I really enjoy. I'm really enthusiastic in learning pharmacology and be able to communicate pharmacology with like with the doctors and all. So, I really wanted to know like this really inspires me to become an MSL. So breaking through into this career, being an fresher, like I'm yet to pass my PharmD now. So like breaking through, putting my breakthrough into this, and being able to compete with the experienced candidates and all. Like how will I be supported from the academically end in order to make a breakthrough into an MSL role, which I really aspire to become. So, like, could you help me into this?
Yes, Dr. Javed. So basically, as we mentioned, we have a proper course for MSL. Okay, if you're a fresher also, we will guide you through. We'll be helping in the placement and CV making. So it's actually, as sir told, it's a one-stop solution. So even if you have no idea about MSL, when you are joining with us, you will be throughout the process, we'll be hand-holding you and we'll be help you landing a job as an MSL graduate. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Javed. So everybody, as sir told, we'll be connecting over a one-on-one meet. Our counselors, expert team will be connecting with you all. Whatever questions you have, you can ask them in detail for 1 hour video call or audio call, whatever you're comfortable with. And sir, we have taken up all the questions in the chat box and we are good to end the webinar.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. And whether you want to go for clinical or non-clinical, so Academically is here to help you all. And please wait for our team to get back to you. So as many questions you have, and we also provide a lot of other courses. Basically, today was basically focused on medical doctor, but like is a healthcare at tech. So we provide dentists, pharmacists, nurse, physiotherapist, optometrist, and so on.
Yes, and those of you who want to know about AMC and other clinical opportunities to practice as a general practitioner in various countries, please join us on our webinar next Saturday, which is 17th of January at 6 p.m. We'll be happy to host you over there as well. Thank you so much. You've been a wonderful audience, everybody, with great answers. Thank you so much, our panel, Dr. Skandashri, for answering such nicely all the questions in detail and giving so much and so good insights. Dr. Nishtha for being, as always, one of the most, eminent participants and have been answering all the questions so well, and Dr. Bala as well for answering all the questions so nicely. We are so happy to have you guys in our team, and let's wait for the next webinar. We'll be happy to interact again. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good